Live. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, because I'm seeing a lot of people waiting in the chat. We got Joe, Douglas, we got Mark, we got Renee waiting. Sorry, guys, for being a little bit late. That's mostly because Mike and I were busy doing something very unhealthy for a change, which is
beer.
We were filming a beer review together with Sean. We were doing a little review together for the Nerdson channel. I'm still drinking it. Not saying what it is, but there we go. Mike, how are you, buddy?
I'm all right, I guess. Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Well, honestly, I'm all right, I guess. I haven't been amazing, but I'm okay. Yeah.
I don't think I mentioned it on the review. That is my last beer for 1 month. I'm gonna go 4 weeks with no beer, 28 days.
Very well done. Very well done. I get that from your point of view. You want to do the entire dry January, but not specifically focusing on the dry January aspect of it. You just want to go healthy.
Well, what I did yesterday was when I checked my weight, I was down, I think this week like 7 or 8 pounds.
Really?
In a week, yeah, which is a lot. I work out a lot. But last night I had like 6 imperial stouts. I had a quad. I had a Vitus. It's a couple of pounds right there. You know?
You had, well, let's just not beat around the bush. Just right now, you had a Corbinian.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, we filmed the Corbinian. I mean, let's just spoiler it right here. We had a Corbinian. This is what we do. Okay, so for everybody who's watching, we're 2 minutes in. This is the weekly keeping Mike honest. Our wait, you know how I wanted to start this? This is a reel on Instagram. This is a meme, and it goes like, mental health check. I checked.
I'm fucked.
This is basically our issue of that. We got crazy beer-to-beer reviews. We got Joe chiming in saying, cheers, guys. Love you, dude. Definitely going to have... so there's a good chance that next week we're going to have Joe on. We're looking into expanding the group of people we talk about, male, mental, and physical health, and having this be a thing. Before we really get deep into it, I want to thank some people, because we had 2 people actually asking, when are you guys doing another live stream? And that means a lot to us. Not because we're like, oh, we're popular. No, it means people were like, it's a good subject, and we're interested in what you guys are talking about, and we're invested in it. And that is basically why we're doing it. That and keeping Mike honest. So, into keeping Mike honest, you want to start with the highs or the lows?
I'll start with the highs this time.
That's a new one. Okay, start with the highs. What was your highest high?
The highs this week were that say what was last Sunday? Last Sunday was at the
9th. The 9th.
So since the 9th, including that morning, because before we did the stream, I did a workout. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 workouts since last Sunday.
So more than one day.
Yes.
Impressive.
I did.
Impressive. Well
so
done.
I did an Apple HIIT, HIIT, like high intensity interval training. I did my indoor bike. I did another HIIT. Did 2 bikes in a row. 3. Sorry, another HIIT, another bike, another HIIT. Yeah, I mean, I just been sort of just a bunch of them as I go through.
That's impressive. I really want to mention something about that, because last week you and I talked about motivation and volition. And we're going to immediately go block this Yadim whatever, because that's definitely a block user. And we got Gene chiming in. Good job, Mike, because literally very much good job, Mike. I think so. Renee is rating for the Mike and Tom show correct answer. That is definitely correct answer. Always go for it. So why is this good job? It's a good job because last week, and I want to get into the motivation a little bit later on, Mike, if you're okay with that. Sure. But right now I want to talk about volition. And volition means that you have the motivation to do something, but you want to keep on going. You want to keep on pushing yourself. You want to make sure you keep on doing what you're doing. And that has been an issue for you for a while.
Yeah, it's honestly, it just comes down to like where sort of like you can get motivation to do things, right? And just keep it. And I think sometimes, especially like if you start hitting goals, it motivates you more. But I also think that like momentum is a thing, but it's also can be a bad thing too. Like where if you just have a couple of bad days in a row and you're just like, fuck it, no, fuck it. It's, there's no progress. I'm just shitty. And then next thing you know, you've eaten like shit and you've done nothing for days and days and then weeks and then months. It just like momentum is good and bad. And and I've been victim's the wrong word, but I have been subject to those types of things. And it also doesn't, like, mental health doesn't help those things either. If you have poor mental health.
Agreed.
So like my goal lately is it's been less about numbers, and it's more about making better decisions in general. And I did pretty good most of the week until yesterday, because yesterday not only did I have all that beer, it's a whole bunch of Imperial Stout, a whole bunch, but I also had a big plate of fried Thai food. It was awesome, so delicious. But
fuck yeah!
But it was
yesterday,
But even after I ate it, I knew I didn't feel right. It was delicious, but I knew it was just probably like this plate. It was like, this little plate probably had like 1,400 calories. You know what I mean? It's like, ugh. And then I drank all that.
These things.
Yeah, but I mean, I could have had green beans, and I could have had something else.
Okay, we're going to get back to that. We're going to get back to that a little bit later, because you're talking about now you're going into the motivation era of. The motivation area of what we're talking about. Let's keep on talking with the volition a little bit more. So here, because a day of cheating is not failing. You had
That's true.
Day exactly. There you go. If you have 3 days of cheating in a row, maybe you're going towards failing, but a day of cheating is not failing. You had a day of living your life, which is very, very important.
Oh, I tell you this, I did not regret eating that food. It was delicious.
Yes. Oh.
But I did work out a little bit right after, and it was very uncomfortable. That's what it comes down to.
Like, right? Have you ever tried working out with a belly full of food? Oh no.
Yeah, it was not good, and especially, if you have something light, it's not that big a deal, But Jesus Christ, it was basically a big thing of fried rice, some fried chicken. Chicken thighs with jalapenos and Thai chilies, and it was fucking great. It was it was so good.
At some point, at some point, you and I are going to get through one of these little live sessions, and we're not going to talk about jalapenos, because that word literally comes up every fucking live stream.
Dude, I love jalapenos. What am I going to do? I love serrano peppers. I like Thai chilies. I like spicy food. I don't fuck around.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I just quickly want to ask, every now and then, for the people in the comments, every now and then your video gets a bit choppy. If people people leave in the comments if this is you guys are experiencing this as well, just so we know if everything is right on our end or not. That's all. Because audio-wise, you're perfect.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it could just be me, man. Maybe my laptop is just fucking up. I mean, my laptop is like over 2 years old, so it's starting to get towards that old age. No, I know what you mean, though, because like yesterday, I met up with a friend and we watched. You and I get to fight every now and then about Marvel movies being awesome, yes or no? Yesterday, I had my first Marvel movie after Iron Man 2, which really made me go like, this is shit.
I like Iron Man 2.
How can you say that some of these modern Marvel movies are shit while you say I'm not even going to go into that, motherfucker. But anyway, I met up with a friend and she ordered food and didn't let me pay for it, by the way. Still need to talk to her about that. No problems with the video. It's just my laptop being an asshole then. There you go. I had like, I don't know, a bucket load of baked fried chips and or potatoes, whatever you want to say, and like shawarma and bread. And we had beers and it was fucking amazing. And she's one of my best friends. Watching that movie together, eating great food, it was like an awesome experience. And I just realized when I came home and like, I feel a bit shit now. What do I do? Because you ate that much food, right? And that's where I wanted to bring it towards motivation, because I've been thinking about this all week. Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to get healthier?
Me?
Yeah.
Because it's at that point where like things just don't come easy. It like even just motivation isn't easy at this age. Progress isn't easy at this age. When I was younger, I could do nothing for 6 months, nothing at all, and then I go for a run and it's a bad run, but the next time I can do easily like a mile and a half in 9 minutes. It's just all I did was knock the cobwebs off and I can just do it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that now. It's just those things are over. I need, if I want to live past my 40s, I need to be healthier. I'm very overweight. It's not good for me. My health is I'm seeing things now that I don't know over time if I'll be able to get past them, and I don't want to compound those issues. You know, I'm not when I was younger, I had a little bit more of I was a little more not concerned with longevity.
Yeah,
you know, but
because
I don't need, but I don't want to make my wife a widow. It's ridiculous, you know.
But that's a good point, because when you're like in your 20s, you think you're immortal.
I didn't think I was immortal, but I just didn't think I'd live to see 40, and I wasn't worried about it. I was very much, I was a little out of control, and I don't mean like oh, I'm never making 40, blah, 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 blah. Like when people like say that. I just didn't have that fucking idea. You know, almost every single one of my relatives fucking die in their 50s. Every single fucking one.
I know. I think like Joe, never ever ever ask if you can comment on a subject. Always comment on every subject. Always. Don't even ask. Fucking go for it, dude.
Hard questions and difficult things are fine, especially if they're directed toward me. I need these. I need these things.
That's the reason why I was asking. What is your motivation? Because are you doing this for you, or are you doing this for others? Are you doing this because of what you want, or what you want, or your expectations of others?
Well, it's just, you know, I have things I don't have things I want to do. Like I've done things I want to do for the most part. Like everything else now is just gravy, you know. But at the same time, like I just, you know, you know what? Sorry, I'm watching my wife walk away. She's a lot of my motivation. You know, I want to spend more time with her. I have other things. That's the thing. I'm not concerned about. I'm not concerned about making a trip to Germany. I'm not concerned with going to Moscow. I'm not concerned with checking out South Africa. I'm not concerned with going to Ireland. Those are things that, you know, I want to do eventually. Well, not all of those things, but what I want to do is not cut short my time with her that I would that I may be doing with making poor decisions.
What do you want?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, especially in is the time I have left. I don't want to. I don't want to be. I don't want to make it where like I'm suffering. When I was a kid, my parents were very dumb teenagers. I was born to teenage parents,
Mm-hmm.
and between the two of them, because you only have two parents, right? Three of
Usually, yeah.
three of their parents had already died. I was only alive to meet one of my grandparents, and he was bedridden until he died. Like I didn't know the man. I met him, and seemed nice, I guess. But he died on my third or fourth birthday, and I only knew him in a bed. I don't want that to happen. I don't want to be someone's burden. I don't want to be in a bed my last 6 years of my life just wasting away.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not looking forward to the idea of being a burden. I would like to live longer and have a better quality of life until my heart gives out.
I'm hearing two different sides of the coin here. I'm hearing things about you talking what you could be for other people. What do you want?
That's what I want. I don't want to be a burden.
No, but that's for other people. What do you want?
But that is what I want.
Yeah, for other people.
I know, but I.
What do you want for you?
Well, I mean, the thing is, if you're a burden to other people, you're miserable too. I don't want to be miserable.
Yeah, you may be miserable, but you're miserable because you think you're a burden to other people. What do you want for you?
I want to, with my remaining time, to be able to be active and not be in a bed, being a burden. I want to be able to I want to be able to walk around.
Mike,
I don't want to be stuck in a
dude.
place that.
No, but dude, you want to be happy.
Yeah, I mean everyone does. But
no, of course everybody does. But how often? I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about you. You want to be happy.
But I'm not. I'm not concerned with that. I do think that's somewhat unattainable. But content would be a goal.
No.
Content.
No, don't be content. Be happy.
No, I think that's fleeting.
Of course, that's fleeting, but then you find something. But
content is an attainable goal. I think.
Okay, but contentment means settling for less.
I don't.
Why not? Why not do both? Why not be happy but be able to? Why not do both but be happy? What would make Mike happy right now? Right here, right now.
A big plate of that Thai food I had yesterday.
Okay, so that makes you happy. Really okay, so making you happy means that there are things that you have to either not do or do. So here's the thing. I mean, I know I'm being an asshole. I know I'm being an asshole here, by the way. I know I'm being an asshole, but you want to be happy. That means that you need to do two things. You need to buy it. Look, I've been there. I'm just going to say I've been there. I'm not going to get into that. But you want to be happy, right? So
I don't know. Yeah. I don't. I mean, that's a thing, but I don't think that's necessarily what I'm. But what I want to be is not suffering. Like that's a real goal, is to not suffer.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? Like
never be content. Be you. Don't suffer. Right. Okay. So here's the thing. I want to talk about this. Are there things that we talked about in chat that I can say out loud right now?
Probably. I mean, unless they involve other people.
No, not other people. It's just you and me. Things we talked about. You're working out. You working out, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Never be content. Be you. How miserable have you been the last week working out?
It's not that fun, but I mean, I feel good about myself afterward. Like in the middle of it, like you can definitely. If I recorded myself, it's just saying, "Fuck, this is miserable. Fuck, this is horrible." It happens every time, but I do. But I feel better afterward. Why
do you feel better? Because you did something that you didn't want to do, or because you actually feel better for achieving something?
Probably a little of both. Because I mean, like, a lot of times I'm sort of tired after. That's not like the most fun thing, but it's sort of like I do think there's sort of this sort of there's something in the accomplishment of getting through something that was difficult.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like sitting on my bike for a half hour, 45 minutes, whatever I'm doing that day it's not the best part of my day. I can, as far as like, you know, the struggle, that's not like something that's fun. But
Yeah.
when you get through it and you get it done, you feel better about what you just did.
So I want to get back to but I want to get back to the motivation thing because of this. Are you doing this because of you, or are you doing this because of other people?
I mean,
no, not I mean. I'm sorry, I'm being an asshole. Not I mean. No, not I mean. Are you doing this because of you or because of other people?
It's a little of both. It's a little of both because I want to I don't need to go see a doctor in 4 years and have him say that I have like literally like irreparable liver damage.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna be jaundiced and have a horrible end of my life. I don't want to be that. I want to be able to do those things. Like I want to live long enough that I paid my house off.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
Who do you live for?
I mean,
who do you live for?
My wife.
Who do you live for?
My wife. Wow.
Who do you live for?
My wife just asked what I'm blaming her for.
No. Mike, who do you live for?
My wife.
That's the wrong answer. Ask her. Ask her.
No, I'm not. Ask
her. No, ask her. Get her in here. Ask her. Who do you live for? Who do you live for?
It is.
Vanessa already answered this before I asked the question. Who do you live for?
Yeah, I know what you're looking for. It's. I mean.
No, don't ask. No, I don't care what I'm looking for. Who do you live for?
My wife.
She doesn't want you to.
I know, but it's not that. It's.
Keeping Mike honest.
Yeah, but that the problem is that is honest.
I know it's your honest response, but it's not what it should have been. Who do you live for?
I mean, I'm not going to change my mind here.
I know, but we're going to make you change your mind. We are.
It's not. I don't think of this in a bad way. I just think a lot of my life I define by us, by she and I.
Is she clear about? Is she close by? Can she hear you?
Yeah.
Ask
she can't hear you. She can't hear you though.
No, but it doesn't matter. Ask her. Ask her. Who do you want me to live for? Ask her.
Babe, Thomas wants me to ask you.
No, ask her. Don't laugh.
Wants me to ask you, who should I live for? She's full.
Did you hear that? Did you? Yeah. No. Did you hear that?
Yeah, of course. But she also laughed.
No, you know why she laughed? Do you know why she laughed? Because she can't help but wonder, why do you ask me that, babe? I want you to live for you.
Oh, that's not it.
That's why she laughs. And that's why we're all going like, no, Mike, live for you.
Yeah, no, but I don't. No, it's I don't have any I don't think this is a bad thing. I'm not trying to make light of this. I just don't like to say like I think saying that it's almost like saying like if she wasn't here I wouldn't want to live anymore, which isn't necessarily true. Well, it kind of is.
Whoa! You don't talk bullshit about that kind of subjects.
No, I don't. I'd be really miserable. That's what I'm getting at. I was being a little.
Why do you think you asked me? You're not a dumb person. Why do you think you asked me to talk about these things?
I think that sometimes people need to be asked uncomfortable questions. I think people need to understand that.
I've been where you've been. And I've learned through a very fucking hard, I am still learning every minute of every hour of every day. I am still learning. Who do I live for? I live for me.
Yeah, I live for her.
No, you live
And
with.
I don't think that I don't live for me too, but her happiness is a bigger concern for me than mine. I think that when
give her one. Give her one of your earbuds.
Oh, she's back to work. She was just taking a break.
No, she can come. She can come back in here. Give her one of your earbuds.
She's back. She's working in the other room. She has work.
She loves you. She loves you.
I know, but
it's a Sunday. She loves you. She wants to be here for you because this is something that she wants to hear. This is something that she needs to.
She cannot take a break. Her break's over. She's back to work. She works in the other room in her office. This is the thing. I'm dead serious. She was sitting here. She's not there anymore. She's in the other room with Bruce at work.
If she was here right now, she would have said the same thing that first of all, she would have said this.
Wow, she might have said that, yeah.
Then Gina is also saying, for yourself first, Mike. Mike, you're a great guy. I watch you and Sean do because of you. Vanessa's saying our disabilities from disease or injuries are just a new direction towards the living. We must preserve to attain the goals we want in our lives.
Persevere. Persevere.
Yeah. Preserve, persevere. Sorry. My English sucks. 3 USA flight surgeons told me I know I will be dead by my birthday, December 1991. Look, Mike, do you really think, honestly, be honest, do you really think that she wants you to live for her?
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, I am 37. I'm 37. I forget that all the time. I really should. Hey, buddy. And I live for him, my buddy. Hi, buddy. He's my buddy. But the thing is, like not that I define myself by other people, but I do think that I look at the people who I care about and who care about me. They are a motivation for me. I don't think it's a bad thing. I do.
You have to find yourself. Jesus Christ, you and I are so much more alike than I ever thought. You have to find yourself by the love you receive from others. And you have to find your worth by how others perceive you. And before you say that's not true, fuck you, you know it's true.
I don't, and I mean, it's not that. It's just I find that it's for me. Go ahead.
Do you love yourself?
I mean, not really.
Why not?
I don't know. I just never have.
I know.
I never have. No, I never have. I haven't.
Here's the one, dude. And here Renee is asking the question because this is the thing. I'm gonna pop something up, and this is the question that I've been struggling with for the last couple of years. And this is the one that you and I are both struggling with, and this is why you and I reach. Wait, that's Vanessa. Sorry, this one. How can you love her if you don't love yourself? Because you pour everything that you should give to yourself into her, and you're giving her too much. You're giving her so much that at some point it's going to break. And you need to pour some of that into yourself.
I pour some of it into Batman too. So
yeah. Hey. Keeping Mike honest.
Yes.
No, we're not doing this right now. We're not doing this right now. We're not bullshitting. We're not laughing.
I am. What I'm saying is, I don't. And I'm not that bullshitting on that one. I like I have a lot of I don't know. Like I'm a bitter, cantankerous little shit. I'm not like a lovable guy.
No, I know.
You know, I'm just not. I'm mostly not that happy. I'm I wonder if I achieve some of these goals, if I would be more content. I don't know.
I know what you mean, dude.
I'm being honest here. I'm not, but like the little things that give me joy are things that I do that make her smile, makes me really fucking happy. Those things are great for me. Um, I like I like if I come home from work and I stopped at a place to get her favorite bubble tea. That, like, you know, the look she gives me when I walk in the room and I have those in my hand.
When you're
Those
gonna
are the
get your
things. Those are the things I like. Those are the
when
things that
you're
make me happy.
when do you get your favorite bubble tea?
What's that?
When are you going to get your favorite bubble tea?
I don't like bubble tea.
Well, I'm gonna
I like spicy Thai food.
dude, you know what I mean? I mean, come on.
I know, no.
Why do you think?
These are like, I get a lot of joy out of food. I like food. Food's good, but it's also what's killing me sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just like green beans and garlic. They're good. They don't taste like fried chicken. I know. I'm not.
Dude,
I'm trying.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not. No. Because the thing is, this is why you and I reach. You and I understand each other. I mean, I'm trying to be an asshole here a little bit. I know, but I understand this because this. I'm at the exact same point that you are. I am. Fucking hell. She's never going to see this anyway. I am deeply in love with somebody that I know I can't be with. And that's okay because, you know, I get to deal with that. I have to deal with that. And that's what it is. And that means that I take every kind of ounce of happiness I can from things that are not related to that to make me feel good. I need that because I need to feel good about myself. And that's why I'm finding things that make me feel good. You need to find things outside of your relationship that make you feel good, that can feed your relationship, because you need to find things that make you feel good about yourself. You need to find things that doesn't involve, because you want to be healthy and happy, okay? Right? So you are one of the, I mean, when I look at the knowledge that you have for comics, for example, I mean, the amount of fucking insane knowledge you have, that is gobsmacked insane. I really like, I'm humbled by that. And I see that happening. And I'm like, you can take so much knowledge and pleasure and comfort out of that. And I see that you have done, because you've shared some of your amazing, I know what you call them, but oh my God, your toy collection. I mean, every time I see your pictures, I'm like, I want these. I want these. I wish I had the capacity.
When I was a kid, I didn't have toys. I had hand-me-downs from my cousins. They were all broken toys. We were broke. We didn't have those things. So once I had my own money, I got the things I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just, so, you know, I like having those, you know, but at the same time, they sit in the room. I don't go into it too often, right? Mm-hmm. But I like having them, and I won't give them up either, you know, like
there you go. But there you go. That's the thing. That's the thing. That feeling.
Yeah.
That's the one I meant. That feeling is completely outside of you and her. That is your thing. That is your happy. Yeah. What makes Mike happy? It's that little thing. That is that thing that you take. It's minuscule. It's tiny, but you grab it and you put it here, and you put it here, right between, right in your chest, and that's where you grow that seed. And you're like, that is my happy.
I also think, and this is true. Sometimes it makes me happy to piss her off. it's sometimes.
Well,
it's sometimes
a healthy and unhealthy thing there. But yeah, I get what you mean.
It's sometimes nice to. That it's sometimes nice to just to poke and be a dickhead. It's fun. Right, babe?
I'm going to quickly go through some of the comments. Vanessa saying, I have not obtained my goal of visiting UK, Italy, and Europe. I have the means of transport on a military flight. Thomas Chuchel, thank you. Okay, thank you. This is one is important. You must take care of yourself to help those around you. And that's the thing. You can say you do all of these things for you.
Thomas, hold on 1 second. Not yet. Okay. I'll figure it out in a little bit. I'm going to finish this live stream first, though. Sorry. What's that? Yes. Sorry.
You must take care of yourself. That's dude, come on. That's fucking amazing. Joe's asking, at me, please. Like on the stream.
Oh, if he wants to. You can join.
Cool. And Joe E. There he is. He's gonna go down. He's gonna go down on you, though. You know that, right? And Vanessa saying 2 complementary sets create a greater union than just 2 intersecting sets. Yeah, but are you so critical of yourself that you cannot see the good you do for others around you? What do you do every day that makes you smile just because you yourself felt good? So here's the thing. Okay, let me get my headphones, says Joe. Okay. If you are not capable of being a good person to yourself, how are you capable of being a good person to others?
I think just goals are different. I don't think.
No.
Well, I'm not telling you what is or what isn't. I'm telling you how I feel.
Yeah.
I think that I think sometimes there are just things that people say. Like I think you can completely love someone and be caring and not love yourself. It's not. I think that I think most people don't love themselves that much. I think that we have a massive issue, especially in this country, especially in my country, in the United States, of mental illness. I do think that we have massive class division and this ridiculous idea that you have to work yourself to the fucking bone to even have the smallest things in life for contentment. I don't think that those things are I don't think that those things can exist and you can still be happy. I don't think those are things that I think when every single day is a struggle, even just beyond like just trying to maintain a diet and trying to get your health better. When you have to do 40 to 60 hours a week and you have an hour drive to and from work, so you add another 12 hours to that, so you're talking 72 hours in a week, and then maybe you have to do some extra stuff on weekends, and that's still an hour each way. All those things, those things are not conducive to good mental health. Those aren't conducive to being happy.
Sacrificing
the little things, the little things that I get in my life that make me happy, the little things, like being able to make her smile sometimes, to get her favorite bubble tea, to take her out and to get her favorite salad. Those are the little things I live for. It's not necessarily the best things.
No, but exactly, that's the point. You're making your happiness. Here's the thing. You're making your happiness depend on the happiness of others. Those people around you are aware of that. And those people around you care for you and love you. And at some point, they're going to think, if I'm not happy, he's not happy. It's going to backfire in your face. And she's going to do everything that she can to make herself happy, to make sure that you're happy. And both of you at some point are going to forget to be happy for yourself. You're just focusing on being happy for the other person. Is that a life that you want to create? Is that a milieu? Is that a living experience that you want to create for other people around you, that everyone is only working to achieve to make themselves happy for others and not happy for themselves?
I think that it's better than nothing.
Well, why do you say nothing?
Because
you're thinking in absolutes. Why is the other thing nothing?
Because I can assure you this before I started seeing her, there wasn't anything. So this is something, and it's better than nothing. And I would say that I could have the same steak on my plate that she has, and it's fine. I eat it. It's fine. It's good steak. When she's enjoying her steak, I'm happier than I am with my steak.
I used to do that, I used to be in that situation where I lived with somebody and I was looking at my plate and like, I think I have more chicken on my plate than you do. And I gave her some of my chicken. I thought it would make her happier, right? You know what happened? She left.
One of my little joys, not to undercut what you said, one of my little joys is if I have French fries, my wife wants them, and I tell her she can't have any.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, that's something at least, but that's what I'm trying to say, right? If you keep sacrificing yourself, do you think, and I think this is why Joe is popping along, this is why I'm saying this right now, do you really think that the people that love you want you to sacrifice yourself for them?
I got a better question. If I can cut in really quick.
Yeah.
I mean,
go for it.
I know. I mean, I'm intruding a little bit, but if I can cut in really quick, Mike, what do you want, Mike? Now, I don't care what your family wants. I don't care what your friends want.
There you go.
I don't care what anybody. No, just give me a second. I don't care what anybody wants. What does Mike want? Because really, because if you're gonna be, you could be like me. I've been married for 20 years. I'm not a happy man. I'm not an unhappy man, but I'm not a happy man. But what does Mike want? What does Mike want? Is there something Mike wants that Mike needs to go out and get in order to? I want to say this right. I really want to say this right, because if I don't say it right, it's going to come across wrong. But what does Mike need to fulfill himself? What do you need? What is the one thing that you say, I, as Mike, I want to do this. I want to have this. I want to try this. I don't care what it is. What is it Mike wants?
This isn't where I was going to go, but this is a true thing, is I want a job where I am not supervising anyone anymore. I want to worry about myself at work and not other people, and deal with other people's problems at work. That is a big thing for me now.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm in the same spot. I actually just got passed over for promotion, and I got to train the guy how to do my job. So I'm a little but I'm with you too. At this point, if I haven't proven that I'm good enough, I don't really want to deal with it anymore. I just want to show up and do my job, cash my paycheck, and go home.
I get that. I get Mike, because Mike and I have been talking about this. Mike, I mean, say what you want to say, Mike.
Well, I would just be happier. I would be happier that when I have to go to work, that I'm only dealing with my own problems, my own things. The idea of being held accountable for other people's stupidities or mistakes. I don't want to say stupidity. That's the wrong way.
It's asinine.
I don't want to be responsible for other people. I want to be responsible only for myself. I've been in supervisory positions through a lot of my life because people just promote me. I don't know why. I don't know why. So
the simplicity of it is there's this song. It's from a Swedish, Norwegian, whatever Scandinavian band called Aurora. And at some point, there's a lyric: "Is the greatest thing you'll ever learn is to be loved and love in return."
Yeah.
And you can before people go like blah, 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 you can put that into romantic love, but I'm also talking about like a professional relationship, like in your work job. Like you can put everything into your work, but if you're not appreciated in return, Joe, we're going to stop. And next time you're on here, we're going to talk about health and we're going to talk about you smoking, okay?
Yeah,
God,
my
fucking man.
bad.
But
You're
what I'm
right,
trying to
though.
say
You're
is like, the greatest thing you'll ever learn is to love and be loved in return. You can put so much effort and energy into romantic love, but also love as in, in a working relationship, there is a understanding. You can translate that into the word love. If you put everything into your job and you're not getting the same thing back, that's the same kind of relationship as a romantic relationship, and you're going to get fucked. Because what happens in the end is you put everything in there. You put everything in there, and you're not getting anything in return.
Give me a second. I'm still listening.
Yeah.
Don't let my dog outside.
Go for it.
One of these things that I want to point out, in the conversation that we should talk about as men, is the stress of being a man. Paying your bills, paying your rent, taking care of your kids. This is stress that some people just laugh about. They just laugh about this kind of stress.
I do think, Joe. That there's something especially.
I'm gonna quickly leave this to the two of you. So because the two of you are here, I'm gonna quickly take a quick break to. I've been having this.
What you gotta do.
There you go. You know what? You guys, beer drinkers know what I mean. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Hey, go pee.
Yeah. I do think there's something to what you're saying, especially because I don't think previous generations, and I know you're a bit older than me, but I do think that nowadays we have a better understanding of these types of things. Because I do think for a long time it's just become, oh, man up, be a man, do the manly thing.
You're 100% right. One of the things, one of these concepts I wanted to put across on your guys' feed, and not just do it like talking, texting, but talking, is that there is a lot of stress on guys to perform, to be able to pay the bills, to have a good job, to have, and to leave the job at work. It's sometimes hard to do. I sometimes come home from work. I got a new boss, and he just hired his new buddy, and these guys are just like, it's like I'm having to deal with toddlers, and I'm having to teach them how to do my job, and for me, it's irritating. For other people, it'd be all right, but for me, it's irritating. But one of the stresses I have is, and the reason why I am going on vacation next year is because I'm going to take 3 weeks. And I'm just going to do something for myself. My kids don't want to talk to me anymore. My wife is about tired of me. The only person that wants to have anything to do with me is a damn dog, just because I take him outside. Other than that, I've given up everything. I've money, I've dumped. Oh man, I don't know how much money I've dumped. In computers and video games, and I got no problem with video games. I love video games. Mm-hmm. But in all that stuff I've given my kids over these years, I can't get a hi. How are you doing, Dad? Out of them. It's for this point now. I've set my vacation. I'm taking 3 weeks. I only get paid for a week because of my job, so I'm taking 2 weeks off where I'm losing money. So I got to save up money to pay the bills that I'm gonna lose. But I'm going to go to fucking Europe for 3 fucking weeks, and I am just going to do nothing but bum around, where I don't have to worry about anybody but myself.
I think that
I was a rant. Sorry.
I do think it's. Maybe not the best reason to go to Europe, but I do think going to Europe. I think getting out of where you are. I don't mean you, but I do think it's a good thing to sort of. To shake up your life a little bit. I do think it's a good idea to go somewhere where things aren't the way you're used to. I think it's a good idea to go somewhere where the food is different, where the people speak a different language. I think those things are good for your health.
What did I miss?
I was just going on a rant. Rant about how I was angry and my teenage kids won't talk to me anymore. My wife has nothing to do with me anymore. I'm just a grouchy old man. And I was just talking about how it's
this guy's making me seem like sunshine and rainbows. That's what's happening here.
I just wanted to say something because there's a few comments I wanted to point out. First of all, we're talking about stress for men and mental health. So I am going to admit, yeah, the biggest thing here is that we're talking about male mental health, but Gina is completely right.
Yep.
I know several single women who have to raise children.
Oh no, that's a tough job.
That's like fucking hell,
Yeah.
man. And I do want to point out that as much as I don't want to make this into one of those male versus female things, because in the end, let's face it, guys, if you're a single man versus a single woman, I mean, as men, we do have more advantages in society these days. I mean,
I'm going to disagree with that a little bit.
I know you do, but having seen
the thing is, I think that in general, I think in general, a lot of our problems, they're mostly the same. I mean, there's differences and stuff, like
exactly. And so there's a few things.
But I do think, especially in modern society, especially modern, that where I used to probably say, I would probably put them more on my my gender. I do think it's more of an adult problem.
It's definitely an adult problem.
Let's just keep it at that. There's a lot of things that are adults. As men,
the world is a tough place. Doesn't matter if you're female or
exactly. Male. As men, we have to deal with specific things. As women, you have to deal with specific things. As adults, we all have to deal with a lot of basically the same shit every day, and that's a very big thing. Self-deprecation isn't going to help you feeling better about yourself either. You got this promotion because you're talented and you deserve them. Well, I think a lot of this might be an odd thing if we're talking about gender. A lot of the women that I know will say, "Yeah, I deserved it because I earned it." And a lot of the men that I know will say, "Yeah, I probably got the promotion because they couldn't find anyone better."
That's what happened to me for sure.
That's most likely for on the guy side.
Yeah, and I know that sounds harsh, but I don't want to make it but this is one of the things that a lot of the guys, a lot of the men that I talk to will say, "I only got the promotion because they couldn't find anyone better." They will always say, I wasn't the best choice. I was the only thing they could get."
Yeah, there's some truth to that, though.
And that
is a mindset. That is a mindset that a lot of men have. Every day, every week, every hour, it's like I am the only one they got because they couldn't.
No, I think there's some guys out there that are hardcore on the I got it because I was something. But no, you're right. There's a lot of us out there that if we get promotions or stuff like that at work, we're like, okay, they had nobody else.
They had nobody else. That's why they picked me. I mean, I got a great.
You're real. You work retail, don't you?
Yeah, I got a great new job like a couple of months ago, and
I seen that.
I still think like the only reason they took me is because I was the only one they could get.
But it's not. It's an opportunity. The door opens. You walk through. You have a great opportunity, and it's given to you not because of any other stupid thing other than you were worth it.
I suppose
they looked at you and said,
"Yeah,
I'm the type of person that you have to show respect to people that have earned where they got, and I believe you've earned where you got. I mean, you might not think it, but they picked you for the job, so there's got to be some reason why they think you. I mean, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you were picked for the job. So there you go. Now you got the job. Now you're the cat's ass in your own mind, and you need to keep that for a couple weeks until it starts to regulate. And then you're like, oh, I gotta do that. You need to think you're the cat's ass for a while.
It's been better the last couple of them. Yeah. I quickly wanted to say
that for a while.
I quickly wanted to say, Vanessa earlier asked, like, does Mike have an own channel? He is part of NerdSense. Him and Sean,
yes.
Sean and him.
Yeah, watch him.
Go watch these dudes, and also go to Crazy Bearded Beer Reviews because that's Joe. Joe's also a great dude.
I've only got about like 10 reviews, so I'm not really.
So at the end of the week, you're gonna have 20 because I'm telling you to. And I am the god of YouTube, so there you go.
Yeah. I'm a fan. Mainly, I'm just a fan. Mainly, I'm a fan of Mike and Sean and you and Massive and Rapid Lion and
thank you, brother. Thank you.
I mean, hundreds of people. I mean, I'm mainly a fan. You guys are awesome. I mean, you guys are drinking beers that I can't even get in touch with where I live.
The same,
So-
dude. You guys have beers like. Do you know how fucking stoked I was about getting that parabola, whatever you guys
I've
call
never had a Hot Butcher beer. I'm like at least 3,000 miles away from Mike. At least.
That's fucking funny and amazing because
it's 2,088 miles from my home in Michigan.
I can buy
From where I
Hot
live
Butcher
right
beers. I can buy Hot Butcher beers in the Netherlands. Go fuck off.
I can't get them here at all.
But
get 'em here.
there you go.
You know?
Gino, we're not doing a keep Thomas honest because there's no honest bone in my body and there's nothing to. You don't want to keep me honest. Don't, because if I get honest, that's like a 7 days a week, 24 hours a day live stream. So we're not gonna fucking do that.
I think this is a good session, though. Would you guys? I mean, okay. So I'm gonna throw a question out there. I've been wanting to throw this question out there. Would you guys do this thing? I want an honest question from both of you. Okay, as a man, as male, as the supposed leader of your household, do you feel confident in what you do? Go.
Mike?
No.
Exactly. Nobody feels only a fool feels confident about what he does. Every man questions every action he does to make sure that what he does is the right action for that situation.
I'm gonna answer it like this. Okay. Vanessa's asking, "Are you tired of adulting? Do you want to have a time where it's all in the background, at least for a time?" Today,
I'm tired.
Today,
I'm tired of adulting.
Today, I had an experience. Today, I had this small experience with a toddler. I was just being me. I was just being silly. I was just being the idiot that I am. And for everybody that follows my channel, or be my live streams or my reviews, I'm an idiot. I'm not a normal guy. I'm a moron. I was having fun, and I was being silly, and I was being odd, and I was being, I don't know, just goofing around, and I felt happy because you know what? There wasn't a mortgage. There wasn't energy bills like water and heat and electricity that needed to be paid, and I wasn't thinking about my health insurance. I was just watching a toddler being giggly and having fun about the silly things I was doing. And I realized you guys are of the same age, give or take, that I am. I know, Joe, you're probably a little bit older, but I still say that you're of the same age. I keep thinking about Conan the Barbarian.
The Arnold movie?
The Arnold movie. At some point...
Are we talking the comic book, though?
No. The Conan movie. At some point, somebody says to Conan in this first movie, "Conan, what is best in life?" And Conan replies, "To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of your women." But that line, "What is best in life?"
No, that's good. It's a good.
No,
line.
but that line, "What is best in life?" There is only one answer, and it's 2 words.
Victory.
No. You're wrong. You're wrong, Joe.
I mean, I don't know. You know, I'll pick victory.
There's only one answer, and it's 2 words. It's to live.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking big tits, but it's to live. That works too. I'm sorry. I just threw that out there. I mean, what's great in life? You know, I mean, we're all going to drink a beer now. Be quiet. So.
He's not
I'm
fucking
sorry.
wrong. He's
My
not
bad.
wrong.
My bad.
He's not,
My bad.
wrong, but fucking hell, dude. Go fuck.
My bad.
I do think, Jesus Christ.
It's just like,
You
know what I'm hearing? You know what I'm hearing in the background right now? What I'm hearing in the background in my head right now is down, 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 down. I'm hearing fucking banjos, dude. Like, what the fuck?
You don't want to hear banjos where I live. If you hear banjos where I live, you better tighten your butt cheeks.
Oh my god! It's like your little brother's loving applesauce, man.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It's like a fucking Vanessa's owning up, saying this is a good show. Therapy is many forms. Like, we're going through so much shit right now, but this is like, yeah.
It's tough being a guy. There's a lot of stress.
No, but
nobody ever
tough.
Notices it.
It's tough being. Here's the thing. No, but here's the thing. It's tough being a guy because nobody ever noticed. But it's tough being a girl, woman, female because nobody ever noticed. It's tough being a human at the end of the day because either from our gender or because of our specific problems, nobody ever gets it. Nobody ever understands because we. I don't. You know what? You know what the human race. You know what the human race lacks. Empathy.
Yeah.
I think it's tough.
I think it has a lot of empathy.
No, we don't. We don't have empathy.
It is head of a household, regardless.
But who's exactly? But yeah, but who's the head of the household? And that's where the problem is because
Well, in the United States, the guy is not the head of the household anymore. I mean, what like 50 shows you watching anymore? My wife rules the roost. I mean, she takes all the money. She tells me where the money goes.
But why should there be a head of the household? That's the problem. There's this competition.
There has to be.
There doesn't have to be. No, there doesn't have to be.
No, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. But it is like a pack.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. We've been ingrained that there should be a head of the household. We have been taught. We have been educated to think that there should be one person that rules everything. And
you're right there.
And that's the thing. We have lost the communication to interact between individuals. I'm not even talking about man.
You're 100% right.
Man, woman towards woman, male towards female, just lover towards lover. We don't communicate anymore. We just fight because we have been told. The puppy is in the picture. We have been taught. We either win or we lose. And we don't communicate anymore. We don't get to common grounds anymore. We just learn to fight. That's the problem. We have learned to accept that one has to be the winner, the other has to be the loser. I am right, you are not, and that's what we've been taught. And we have no longer understood the capacity.
But isn't that though the whole thing about survival is winning and losing? Well, all about survival.
There you go. Head of the household sounds a bit 1800s.
I do, don't I?
No, but I don't mean that as a disrespect to.
I'm with it.
I know because you earlier said it's about two people, and we have to get rid of that concept where we learn in a relationship it's about two people, and in a relationship, we try to do two things. We try to both be ourselves and be a couple. And we need to learn to be both, and that is so fucking difficult.
But when I said head of the household earlier, what I meant is like there are people who are the only adult in their household. Like, you know what I mean?
I came from that relationship. I had to ask my partner back in the day if she had a break and she didn't have to work. I had to ask her, beg her, could you do a few things in the household because we're adults. We want to have a clean house, right? And at the end of the day, she was like, yeah, but I wanted to watch videos and there was a movie and there was YouTube and I kind of forgot. I'm so sorry.
Well, sorry, what I was getting at, sorry to interrupt, is like I know people, I know ladies that have a mortgage and they are single with 3 children, and that's a very, very hard thing to do. And I know single guys that have their children in their household. It's just them. It's hard work. is very, very hard. So when I say like being the head of a household, I mean that. I didn't mean like
I get what you mean. Yeah, exactly. So Vanessa said to living with oneself and living with those around you, that's life. And she asked this twice: have you ever hunted down your food?
Never.
I haven't.
I have.
I honestly want to say I am curious about this. I would love to try this one day. I know this sounds weird, but
come out to the state of Washington. I'll take you guys hunting and fishing.
Oh, I've hunted and I fished. I never ate anything that we were. I never suggest. Never had
elk and salmon. If you catch your own salmon and shoot your own elk, I'm telling you what, it's gonna taste. And tuna, tuna's phenomenal.
I get that point of view. I have been at that point of view where it's like, it's not about, people say like, you want to hunt because you want to kill. No, I don't want to hunt because I want to kill. I want to, eat. No, not because I want to eat.
Basically.
It's not because I want to eat. Well, I have to eat. It's not because I want to eat. I have to eat. Sometimes I want to get back to the point. You know what? If people are talking about hunting, Vanessa, I'm gonna throw this around you because I have vegan and vegetarian friends. Have you ever foraged for food? It's the same thing. It's about survival. Foraging. I'm not talking about meat. People are talking about, okay, let's get it back to the other point. I'm talking about foraging, going nuts or berries, whatever.
Nuts, mushrooms.
There you go. Let's put it to that one. Let's put it back, because before people go like, oh, it's about people wanting to kill. No, it's about
mushrooms, man. I could take you on a morel hunt that would just blow your mind. And at the end, you would eat like buttered sauteed morel.
Right? I would love to go to somebody that could teach me how to.
That might talk though. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. Sorry, yeah, Mike.
I didn't mean to overstep you.
Being loud.
What I was gonna is that foraging isn't easy. Like there are things you can eat that will kill you. Like you better know what you're doing. Like it is not easy to do.
Hunting for meat is basically easier than foraging because meat is good. Meat is meat. Foraging, can I eat this berry? I don't know. Can I eat this mushroom? I don't know. Will this leaf kill me? I don't know. Meat is okay.
Meat is easier to hunt than foraging.
There you go.
Guarantee it. No lies. I'm not telling anybody no lies. I'm not pumping anybody up. But I'm telling you what, though, if you have half the common knowledge and you can pay attention, this gives you the opportunity to survive in a situation where most people wouldn't survive, because you know what you can hunt and you know what you can eat.
I would love to learn the capacity of both being able to hunt for meat, not just because I want to kill. No, I don't want to kill, but to survive. But also the foraging, to be able to understand what does nature give me, but also what can I give? What can I give in return to nature, like compost, right?
You know what the best meal you'll ever eat in your life is a meal that you completely sourced yourself. You caught the fish, you shot the fish, you shot the deer, whatever.
I know that in the Netherlands, this is not a common thing. I know that in America, this is a bigger thing. But one of the things that even in the Netherlands, like a lot of people here, I'm just not even talking about hunting. I'm just talking about buying produce. People are like, I'll have a package. There's pre-cut vegetables. There's a package of seasoning, and I'm going to make a meal. I'm like, no, just buy vegetables, cut them yourself. Get different kinds of spices and salt and pepper, and I don't know, just make your own meal from the ground up. I'm not even talking about the hunting and foraging. Include the hunting.
It's the creativeness.
It's the creativeness of being able to.
I call myself a cook, not a chef. I'm a cook.
There you go.
I will blow most trained chefs I can throw down with. You give me a trained chef, he's going to make a meal. I can make one. And his is probably going to be just slightly bit better than mine because he follows better techniques than I do.
I just want to say, speaking of dinner, I just realized for me, it's 7 p.m. I'm not saying I'm going to end right now because by the time I get to dinner, it's going to be past 8 p.m. I'm not saying I'm going to end this right now, but I do want to work towards wrapping up things a little bit because
I actually have to get going, Thomas.
Oh, I was wanted to say because this is about keeping Mike honest, and I wanted to bring it towards Mike again. Mike, is there anything you want to add to this? Anything you want to talk about?
Well, I'm just gonna. I mentioned at the very, very beginning. I'm this this beer I just finished here. This is my last beer for 28 days.
Right.
I'm not doing. It's not about sober January. It's not about that. It's just about like kind of looking at what my progress has been and what I think I can just do better. I think um it'd just be better for me, and it's sort of a good meditation almost. It's sort of just
All right.
say I don't need to have any more beer. So
Well, that's good. That's good.
so there won't be any alcoholic beer reviews from that I'll be involved in. There's
Okay.
we have a bunch in the can that we still get released, um that this here the review we just did, Thomas, that's my last beer for 28 days.
Okay, buddy.
Wow.
That's a good thing, though, man.
I'm actually
do what you
very
do what you
proud
gotta
of
do.
that. Yeah. I love that.
Do what you gotta
Mike, I wanted to say before we end this, I know that I've been a bit harsh during this live stream in goading you a little bit into owning up to a few things. And I do want to apologize for that because I didn't mean it in a harsh way. But I meant it in a way. I know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Joe, I'm very happy you got to join in as well. And
do.
in
I'm
the
glad
future,
you guys invited me.
of course, man, that's what this is all about.
And this is awesome.
And I enjoy the fact that we get to talk about mental health, physical health, being okay with things, and yeah, that.
Well, Mike, I hope you do all right, man. Take your 28 days and relax and chill. And dude, you got a lot more things going for you. I mean, I've been watching the series for a while, and you're on point on everything you need to do. You just stick with what you do. You're doing well. I wouldn't worry about it, buddy. You're facing your problems. I mean,
I'm trying, but I also think this is part of the thing too. And this is why I contacted Thomas when I was in Florida. I was looking at myself. I was like, and the thing I could have done with other people too. I think. I don't mean that, that Thomas. No, I don't know. That's what I mean.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, but I also looked at it that I knew that Thomas had he had done some weight loss, and I just figured it would be but I also figured it'd be a good place to, beyond just talk about like my problems. It's also a good place to sort of talk about other things in general. I do want to talk about other things that we do in life.
It's amazing. It's amazing how often men's health is not talked about. I mean, we're supposed to be proud. We're supposed to be proud. We're supposed to be strong, and we're supposed to weather the storms. And rarely does anybody ever say, "Is he hurting?
Yeah.
Is he feeling like he's lacking? Is he? I mean that's just that's a thing. I mean, it's just as honest with guys as it is with girls.
8 out of 10 times. 8 out of 10 times when somebody asks me how you're doing, and when I say I'm fine.
Oh, I lie. I never tell anybody how I'm doing. If somebody comes and says how you doing, I say I'm doing good, because they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear me say. They don't want to hear me say, I got dietary issues, my blood pressure is high, my medication isn't working, and I think I shit myself this morning. Nobody wants to hear about that. Nobody wants to hear about that. They don't. They just want to hear, are you doing good this morning, Joe? Yes, I'm doing good. Pass on. Wow. It's just the way it is.
Well, I'm going to be that one guy that
don't ask me how I'm doing. I'm all right.
I just wanted to make a horrible joke, but I'm not going to make it. But anyway, just don't ever ask me if I'm doing fine, because you're not going to like the answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
the last thing I want to say before, because I do have to get out of here, is I want to thank especially I want to thank Joe, I want to thank Renee, I want to thank Vanessa, I want to thank Gina. These are people I've seen in this chat multiple times, and I'm glad that they're participating. This is actually, it makes it fun, and it makes it challenging. It's a good thing. I'm glad.
I'm actually stoked that you guys let me on. I mean, because I watched both of you guys. I mean, and you and Sean, and And I watched Thomas. I just watched Thomas today, and that was a good review. That's an awesome beer, by the way. That Firewalker, you're still drinking on that? That's a beautiful beer.
Awesome. When I put, just so you know, when I post a review, I'll often add it like 2 weeks or 3 weeks before.
Okay, so
that's how I roll. But
that Firewalker beer that you posted, I've had that beer, and it's just freaking phenomenal.
It was.
I mean, it is.
But I'm going to quickly.
Go ahead.
I just want to say I'm going to quickly run through the comments and I'm going to end this. Vanessa is talking. We have clubs here in the States. We meet the forage, our state forest. I'd love to do shit like that, just to gather and hunt and make together my own meals. Renee's saying to end in a high, keep your heads up, Mike. Go Bucks. Gina's saying, at the moment, I'm drinking 0 to max 0.5% ABV. That's fucking good on you, Gina. I really respect that. If you visit the farms around it to see what is there, you could offer your food. I should do that more often to support my locals. We both do, my husband and I. I wanted to do that a bit more often. Gina's still saying the question asked towards Mike are good questions for self-reflections. I find them useful too. Again, I didn't mean to be an asshole towards you, Mike. I just wanted to push you towards being honest towards yourself, like keeping Mike honest. And I hope, and here's the thing. Oh, one more comment. Indeed, Gina. Everybody, we're ending this. We're wrapping this up. If a comment gets posted, we might not get to it. Sometimes comments get in too late. Mike, thank you for being honest about you. Thank you for bringing what you want to share with people towards us and getting that into everywhere. You know, just having us, me, Joe, the people in the chat, answering your questions, helping you along. Mostly, and this is something, and I'm going to say something that is very, very weird, but I think more men need to hear this. Thank you for being open, being honest, being willing to be fragile, being willing to be hurtful, and just being able to say, I'm not okay, and please help me. And I think that more men, more humans, more people, more men, more women, more... My guys, my gals, my non-binary pals, everybody could learn more from this. Be honest, be open, and be willing to get hurt. Mike. That's where you go. And I thank you for doing that for everyone. And I really appreciate that.
I was glad to be here. And
I had a great time talking to you and both Mike. I want to say peace out, Mike. And Thomas, peace out to you too as well. The two of you guys are awesome. And like I said, I've watched this every Sunday for the last couple Sundays, and the fact that you guys allowed me to come on for a couple minutes and chat is totally cool. I'm like totally.
You're cool, dude. You're cool. We cool.
But you know, have a good time and let's make men's health issues, the fears that we have. Let's make them real. Let's show people that these are real fears that men have. It's not being non-manly. It's like worrying about if you're going to be able to make the bill, worrying about if you're going to be doing this. I think there's a lot of worries that men have that they should just have because they're men. You know what I mean? There's so many people out there that says, oh, worried about what this person has, but nobody ever says, hey, we're worried about what the earner provides. And that earner could be a woman or a man. It doesn't have to be one or two. It's just the fear of not doing enough. I think that, and I'm going to bail because before I embarrass myself too much, but
no, you're not embarrassed yourself, but it's a good,
it's a subject that every man, I don't care where you live in the world, every man worries about what he can do for himself and his family.
There you go.
And it's just, okay. So I'm going to go. I'm sorry, guys.
It's cool, dude. Joe, don't worry. Don't say sorry. Don't say sorry. Never say sorry. And we'll see you in another live stream soon. Okay, buddy?
Yep. See you again as soon as I figure out.
Ask me any questions you want, but just prepare to hear my answers. They may not be what you want to hear. Vanessa, always be honest towards us and towards yourself. Please do. Mike and I are going to end this live stream. I want to say thank you to Mike. I want to say thank you to everyone involved. And especially to those people who have reached out and said, are you guys doing another live stream? Because they mean a lot.
I especially like the people who participate as well. It's
exactly
fun to make this. Plus, it also gives you a different perspective. It's good to have just more perspectives than just us. It feels like a little bit of a group. It's fun.
Exactly. So, Mike, see you next week.
See you.
See you next week, brother. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And you all have been great. And cheers.